Are there research-based ways to increase your influence? In this video, I'm going to share with you the 6 principles of persuasion by Dr. Robert Cialdini. Here we go. Hi, my name's Drew, and I've had the opportunity to learn from highly influential people like Dr. Cialdini, who wrote the book on influence. And what I share with you on this channel is how to increase your influence. I like to say if you have something to say, something to sell, or something big to do, you've got to increase your influence. And that's what we're here to do on this channel. Stay to the end because I have an assessment for you that I want to tell you about at the end. So in this video, I want to share with you the 6 principles of persuasion, but I also want to give you some tips on how you can use it in the workplace, in the marketplace, if you're an entrepreneur or salesperson. So I want to share that with you. The first principle of persuasion is reciprocity, which is people will do in kind to you what you do for them. So it's kind of the whole treat people how you want to be treated. And if you do something nice for a person, many times they will feel an obligation to do something back for you. And I've used this in my business to build my business. I do free trainings. I'll do a free training for them and then ask them if they would like future training like this. And many times there's an obligation there. They feel like, man, we like this training. We like this guy. He's good at what he does. And now we feel obligated to him because he came in and did a training for free. A simple way to use this in the workplace is bring donuts to work. Do a solid for everybody. Put a smile on their face and plant seeds of future persuasion. Scarcity is the second principle of persuasion. And we know scarcity from commercials. There's limited time offer. There's only 10 left. You know, get in here. There's only 2 available. Whatever it is, Mona Lisa is of higher value because there's only 1, right? So scarcity. Now, how do you use this in the workplace? And one way you can do it, you can combine it with reciprocity, is you can give a gift to someone in the office like a signed book. So you're giving a gift, you're using the law of reciprocity, but it's signed, so it increases its value. It's rare. To have a book that is signed is a little more rare. If you can get it signed specifically to them, that's even better. But what this will do, you might even present it in a group environment, and you can give Susie the book for being #1 in sales or demonstrating a positive attitude in the workplace, whatever it is. You can present it to her, and you'll be seen as thoughtful, you'll be seen as generous, but you'll also be seen as a connected person in the office place because you were able to get a book signed. So that increases your influence and your ability to persuade moving forward. A third principle of persuasion is authority. People will be highly persuaded by those that they see as knowledgeable and credible. And in the world we live in today, association is credibility. That's why I put a thumbnail or a picture of myself in the beginning with Dr. Cialdini, right? It's not just me talking about a book that I read, but it's someone that I have been in proximity with. I have been connected to. I have a picture with them. I have connected with them personally. That increases my authority, increases my influence of you and of this picture and your desire to watch this video because I'm connected with that person. So how do you use this in the workplace? A fantastic way to build your authority in the office, in the workplace, as a salesperson is to solve a problem that nobody else wants to solve or knows how to solve. Let me give you an example. If you work in an office, let's say you're brand new, you're young, you're in there, you're the lowest person, you recognize that the organization doesn't have processes in place. Let's say they're an accounting firm, they don't have processes in place. What you could do is you could begin to write out processes and procedures on the various tasks within the job place and begin to develop a manual so that when new people come in, when new people have to get trained on a job or responsibility, they have a roadmap of how to do it. This would not only solve a problem, but it would show you as an expert in that particular area. You might be invited into meetings that you wouldn't normally be invited to because you solved a problem that was above your pay grade or outside of your authority, but you demonstrated the ability to solve that problem. So now you've increased your authority in the workplace. A fourth principle of persuasion is commitment. People feel an obligation to comply with a request that is consistent with what they've already publicly said they believe in or are committed to. Let me give you an example. You say you run a nonprofit and you are getting ready for a big fundraiser. Well, what you can do beforehand is you can ask people to sign a petition. Let's say you have an orphan nonprofit and you ask people to sign a petition that you're going to send to a state representative to release more funds for families that want to adopt orphans in a particular county, something like that. And you send that out to your entire database, or you get people to sign up. They say, yes, I think that's important. Send our tax dollars to this. Here's my name. Here's my email address. And then a month later, you send them a request to come and be a part of your fundraiser event or to donate $25 to your cause. They will feel compelled to agree with that because it's consistent with what they've already said is important to them. Another way too is to like and subscribe to this video, because if you like and subscribe to my video, you're more likely to watch future videos, and maybe if I put together a training in the future, you'll be more willing to join and participate in that training because of it. Now I've got to ask you a question of the day. This shirt, do you like this shirt? Do you think it looks nice? My wife can't stand it. She's actually helping me. She's behind the camera, and she said, oh wow, that shirt actually kind of looks nice on camera, but she can't stand it other than on camera. But I want to ask you, what do you think? Put in the comments below. Do you like the shirt? Do you not like the shirt? Fifth principle of persuasion, liking. People are more apt to be persuaded by those that they like. It's the whole, in sales, you've heard this before, the know, like, and trust factor. People will buy from people that they know, like, and trust. And if you want to get people to like you, genuinely like them. Dr. Cialdini taught this to us just a few months ago in the training. The fastest way to get other people to like you is if you first genuinely like them first. And John Maxwell taught me many years ago that the 101% rule. If you find the one thing that you have in common with someone and give it 100% of your effort, you are going to win with people. The sixth principle of persuasion is consensus. People are more likely to be persuaded if others are already persuaded. Like me saying 9 out of 10 people that watch one of my videos subscribe to my channel. I just made that up. I don't know if that's true, but that would be an example of consensus. So how can you use this in the workplace? Let's say you have a meeting coming up. You are passionate about a certain item. Let's say you want to roll out a new product, but you don't really have the authority. Your boss told you, hey, if you can get consensus, if you can get most of the people in the office to buy into your idea, then we'll talk about it. Why don't you have a meeting and figure it out? Now, before that meeting, you need to have the meeting before the meeting to make sure that everything goes well. What do I mean by that? You're probably gonna have, let's say there are 10 people, you might have 5 people that they could go either way. They might like your idea, they may not like your idea. You might have 2 or 3 friends, let's say 2, that they're on board with you, whatever you do, they're ride or die, right? They're with you all the way. And then there are 3 other people that they just don't like you, and they're gonna say, their gut response is gonna be no to you. So what do? You go ahead and you tell your 2 friends that are with you, hey, I'm gonna do this, and help me think through how to best influence the rest of the group. Okay, so you got their buy-in. Now you've got the 3 that are really tough. What you're gonna do with those people is you're gonna go and have a meeting before your meeting with those people. And you're gonna ask them, hey, this is what I'm thinking about doing. I'd like to hear your thoughts. I'd like your feedback, and get them to invest some thought, some interest, some investment into this idea, and get their feedback from it. If they are absolutely against it, maybe you want to hold off on it. But if you can begin to get them to buy into your idea and get behind you, then you can ask them, hey, have you had any experience with this? And they might say, yeah, I did something like this 2 years ago. Great. Would you be willing to share that in our meeting? Once you get them to buy in, you'll go into that meeting, you will get consensus from the other 5 people that were on the fence. Bam, it'll work out. You go to your boss, you say, hey, I got everybody bought in, we're moving forward, and we're all collaborating and working together, and you will increase your influence. Here's a bonus tip for you. Everyone is different in how they weight these various principles of persuasion. Some people are gonna really focus in on, do I like being around this person? Others are gonna put more weight into consensus or reviews and before they make a decision. Others wanna know who else has already bought in. Are other influential people bought in? And they'll move forward. So figure out which one of these principles is going to work best with the person that you are trying to persuade or influence. Just a little bonus tip, everyone's different. Do your homework and find that out. I actually have another teaching. It's all about communication and the ability to understand different people, how they process information, how they communicate, and it'll help you with understanding which principle to use. And I have it in the card somewhere above me. Okay, now I want you to download the assessment that I have for you. It's the Influence Assessment, 53 Qualities of an Influential Person. You can do that below. Like, subscribe to the channel if you find value in this. Share it with a friend on social media. I really appreciate it. It gets the word out, lets more people know about this free information that I'm putting out here. All right, remember, increase your influence, realize your dream. That nobody want what they've already previously committed to on another, a fourth way to.
I'm not sure it actually looks nice on the video.
Oh,